Hello, Tadeo.
Nania.
We have lots of great questions from our viewers.
All right.
Our first question is, would you be able to provide insight into the factors that have influenced the likelihood of the Pleiadians being our first major contact in 2027 rather than the Yael or the hybrids?
Well, hybrids and Pleiadians will both be part of the initial open contact introduction. But the Pleiadians have been working with humans on Earth in a variety of ways behind the scenes for quite some time. Therefore, they will be one of the first to be introduced into your society because they have already been working with your society, with many members of your society, for a while.
Okay. You mentioned that open contact might begin with ships revealing themselves in a stationary way, perhaps offshore, to give us time to adjust to their presence. After that, the ETs would introduce themselves to us. Could you share how long after we start seeing the ships that actual contact might occur? And how will these meetings take place? Will they be face-to-face, or will the ETs use technology such as communicating through our computers, TV broadcasts, or some form of AI projection?
The preponderance of sightings of our ships will increase in your year of 2026 and 2027. It will be about a year to 18 months between the increase of the sightings of ships and the introduction of extraterrestrials to your society more openly. This will be done through a type of what you would call a press conference, and they will be introduced physically to you, not through your electronic devices.
So would actual contact that we're being told about in 2027, would that just be the presence of the ships, or would that mean that that's just the beginning?
That is the continuation of the acceleration of the sightings to let you know that we are here, and in 2027, you will actually be physically introduced to the occupants of the ships.
Wow. What will be the first technologies that'll be introduced to humanity after open contact, and how soon might we start using them?
Over the course of about 5 years after the introduction of extraterrestrials openly to your society, there will be the introduction of things that have been being worked on between some of your scientists and extraterrestrials for quite some time. Certain kinds of holographic displays, free energy devices, the idea of medical advancements, genetic advancements, so to speak, in that sense, and many other technologies being introduced that have been being worked on for quite some time.
Can you tell us anything about how Western medicine will change after the first contact?
Well, again, there will be an increase in the understanding of genetic structure and alteration of genetics. And there will also be an introduction more readily of the idea of what you would call vibratory medicine, the idea of frequencies of energies having effects upon the human body.
Okay, and will contact with aliens happen primarily on a higher consciousness level, or will we be able to see them and interact with them in the physical 3D realm like we do with other humans?
Physically. Of course, interaction with them physically over time will allow you also the opportunity to become more aware of the connections that exist on higher frequency levels.